All right. Okay, so today I'm going to be going over something I got in the mail this morning. As you can tell, Ker Nethalas, Into the Midnight Throne. This box has everything I need to play the game. And even has the back cover of the book on the back. And everything in here is exactly what I need to play. Toss that to the side, get my play materials, my journal, some dice, my eraser and my pen, the player reference book, a condition cards and some item cards that I made, and the core rule books, both the overseers and the combat encounter cards. And then we also have the rooms as well. And that is everything that's in the book. And this is the thing that just came in the mail. The Valorian Codex, the first zine for the game. I haven't even read through it yet. I do have the PDF, but of course I like the books themselves, and this feels pretty standard, and it's the just slightly off printed from the Amazon book itself, so it's just off by a little bit. So those that care, you might want to take note. But anyway, the art on this front cover is pretty cool. What I do like about what this cover sort of projects is that you can wander underneath the town of, what is the town? You are wandering underneath the town of, or the city of Valdonia, right? But underneath it still can be this vast cavernous space that has buildings and structures and large beasts already in it, so it can feel open, but it's still underground, and I think that's pretty cool. This is going to be pretty cool. I know that it has a couple of domains to play through. It has some optional rules, introduces the ideas of flaws and merits, and that's pretty cool. Yeah, so I'm actually kind of excited to dive into this at some point. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold off on using any of these until I start a new domain, just so I can get a feel of how it plays. So this is going to be pretty cool. Highly recommend people pick this up. Support Black Oath Entertainment, and really cool dude. He will honor a physical copy purchase with a free PDF if you email him. As the last I knew, if that changes down the road, just contact Black Oath Entertainment at their website. Anyway, yeah, so let's get down to actually playing the game. I'm going to put my box away. And yes, I actually made this box. It was an old D&D starter set box that I just kind of covered up and then sprayed some resin sealant over. So yeah, this is going to be where I put everything I need for this game. And that'll be fun. So I'm going to put these guys over here. And my cards that I made, these are just the printed directly from the PDF. A double or two pages per sheet, and I just, because I didn't want to double side them or anything like that. It's just a single sheet of some thicker card paper. I wouldn't use copy paper. It's too thin, but I did that. And then with the overseers, I just printed each one on a single sheet, did not double side it, and then folded it over and then actually glued it down. So this is one sheet folded over. And so this is going to be really cool to use. I still use the roll table because I like rolling. So this is just going to be a quicker way of me having the information at the table instead of having the combat stuff open and one side isn't being used. All I need to pay attention is one monster right here. And with everything that goes on in this game, the less a clutter, the better. So that's why I did that. So we're going to have these guys over on this side, over here. And then these guys, these are condition. There are, I think, 15 conditions in the game so far. And I have all of them. And all I did was handwrite them on a half sheet of a card stock. Like buy a pack of empty playing cards that you can draw on. And I cut them in half and then I folded them. And on one side, I just have the condition so I can find it. And the other half, I actually wrote what it does in its truncated form. And so these guys I will keep over here. And I usually keep these in like a container that I can easily sift through. Eventually, what I would like to do is find a nice little way to display these everywhere, or display them in a way that is easier to find during play. And then I have my dice. Now, I use more dice than this, but I like to have some just in case. And then I also made my own, what do you call it? My own, my exit die, my armor, my enemy health, and my tension die stuff, which I'll explain in a moment. My current notebook, which I have 2 domains. Both of them I have succeeded going through. I have defeated both of the overseers. This one was interesting. There's still space here to develop. There's a couple of unexplored rooms in the first domain. But I finally found my way through, and I'm currently working on a 3rd domain. This one's really interesting because I rolled up as the Overseer Influence Tough, which is immune to critical hits, which kind of sucks, which means a lot of my critical hit bonus stuff isn't going to work with this particular domain. And so this guy goes off to the side over here. And, of course, let's get my play sheets and my character sheet. And I just cut to fit the box a, what do you call these things? The thing, manila folders. And I printed out a bunch of copies of the character sheets the way I like them. I have a whole bunch of empty domain sheets, and then a bunch of copies of the Ker Nethalas character sheet in the way that I like it, which is the character sheet main side with empty on one side, and then the items coupled with like notes and other stuff on the other. And these guys will all come out. like that. And we will, and this is just my process on how I set up too. So some people enjoy or want to know how people set up their games, and this is how I set up mine. Currently have these guys just off to the side, easily accessible. Same thing with my condition cards. There's quite a lot of conditions in the game, and these are just random like items that you can find in the game, but these were part of a different game slash Kickstarter thing. I can't remember exactly where I found these or got them. I believe it was a Shadow Dark based thing, and it's just a bunch of random items that you could use. So depending on if I pick up an item, I might write it down on the back and have it as a reminder, hey, I have a special item that I could use, instead of just using the character sheet. Because we all know that sometimes we forget our abilities and we forget our stuff. And as for the room sheet, I just printed it out on thick cardstock and then used a piece of scrap paper and actually glued it on the back and then laminated it so it's nice and sturdy. It will take a beating. And as a reminder, I just wrote myself Ker Nethalas, the Necropolis, and 1 to 25 is a corridor, and 26 to 100 is a room, just in case I want to change it up a little bit. And that will just go off to the side right there. Now let us get my systems, or get my area set up the way I like it, which is my character sheet right in the center, my items, and my domain page right there. And then let's do that as well. Cool. Well, welcome back, everybody. Let's play some Ker Nethalas. So last I left off, I was in room 6, and that was this little alcove space here. I have to backtrack into a room, so I need to roll the tension dice. So the tension stuff, I've been using the exit is a D12. It still is a D12. Attention is down to a D6. My armor is, I believe my armor is a D8. Yes, protection is 2, and my integrity is a D8, and it's been doing well. So I'm going to get a D8 and use that. Let's use this one. Something that's easy to see, if I can find it. Wow. Oh, there it is. So let's use that guy. And let's start rolling some dice. Okay, so I need to backtrack from 6 to 5, so let's roll the tension die and mark off a light source. What was wild is that toward the end of domain 2, I had rolled a growing darkness that had, I can't remember exactly where, it was somewhere around here, that every room was going to consume two slots of my light source. So basically I can go through half the same amount of rooms per oil or per torch or per candle, which was kind of brutal. I burned through a lot. Thankfully, the room that had the exit also spawned a trader, which was perfect because I had a lot of stuff that I wasn't going to use, and I needed to buy rations and oil and torches and stuff like that. So I was able to purchase a bunch of stuff and re-up a bunch of my consumables before I left on. And so that is what we're doing now. And so we're going to go into 5. So we're going to roll the tension die, and I removed a light source bit. 6. So we're good for the tension. And let us We have a few locked rooms. Each of them, a couple of them are at +20, so they're not that hard, and one of them is a +0. I think I'm going to go with one of the +20s. So I do have Thievery of 25, and I finally did buy lockpicks. I kept forgetting to buy lockpicks. The few times I went to a trader, and even though my Thievery wasn't great, I keep forgetting that you can try to lockpick. And the only real downside to that is you break your lockpicks. As far as I know, because the only way that I know that you roll the tension die is if you are bashing it with athletics. And it gets easier, but every time you make a bash on a door, you need to roll the tension die. And I bashed through so many doors in the previous domain, and I had like 6 active Growing Darkness events that were really hindering my ability to succeed. So I really don't want to do that. So when I found the trader, I made sure to buy 10 lockpicks. So I have 9 now because I broke I broke one. And my player reference sheet is the same as always. I will try my very best to upload this current iteration of my flowchart somewhere. Someone had asked me if I was going to upload it to Board Game Geek, and I went there and my account is inactive. So I probably will find some other way to share it. I already have it up on the Ker Nethalas Facebook group for those that are part of that. I'm not even active on that very much. I just found it, uploaded my older version of this up there, but I need to update it. But if anyone knows of any good file sharing apps or websites, let me know. But let us do some exploring. Okay, so we are going to attempt to lockpick, and because I'm going to go on the right-hand side, when I go into a room, I always roll just for sake of gameplay, or for the procedural nature of the game, is that whenever I see the doors, I always roll to see if it's open or not. And then if it's locked, then I see the difficulty of that lock. I don't see if there's a trap there because that's not activated until you walk through. So this is just an easy way for me to, after I resolve any event in that room, my character is going, through and checking the doors. And so that's all that really is. So we're going to go off on here. So we're going to attempt to unlock this door here, and my thievery is at 25 because I have the thieves tools, and I don't have any abilities or anything to help me out with that. So let me just roll. I need a 25 or less. I rolled a 41, so I fail. As far as I know, the only downside is that you keep breaking your stuff, but nothing happens on a fail. Lockpick. And as long as you have lockpicks, you can keep trying. So I'm going to try one more time. Plus 20. Oh, wait. 25 plus 20 is what? 45. And I rolled a 41. That was a success. I was just talking about my lockpick skills and stuff. So I still actually got through that door. So I always mark it with a little dash to say that I've unlocked it. And because I unlocked, I'm going to increase my XP from 240 to 250. And my character sheet has so much thread. I've erased a lot on the XP and a lot here. I actually put some tape over the spots that I erase a lot, just so I don't erase a hole through my paper. What I really want is some really thick cardstock for my character sheets, but that will have to happen down the road since I don't have any of that. Okay, so we have we unlocked it. So now we're gonna roll on this here. We got a 32. So a 32 is, oh, it's interesting. There's like a 3x3 box that's, ooh, that's interesting. So I'm gonna draw I think I'm gonna mirror this so it's facing a different way. Yeah, actually. So let's do this. And we're gonna do 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow. And then and then all the way down. And then this one has like this cordoned off space. So I believe there might be a secret door here. So first things first, I'm going to label that as 7. I'm going to put this 7 here. And I'm going to say that is there a secret? I don't really need an oracle per se. But what I am going to do is I'm going to say there is a secret entrance here. But my character will have to roll a successful perception check to spot it. And a secret door is always locked. So I'm going to roll to see I have a door here at the north. 9, so that is open. And I just mark it with an O as open. And now let's roll room description. Room description. D100. 55. Do not crit on a description. 55. The apparitions of those who died seeking revenge are trapped in this room, their anger seething for eternity. Ooh, that's brutal. So, on my domain sheet, I am going to write angry spirits. Angry spirits. And then I'm going to also write here angry spirits. All right. So now we step into the room. First things first, we're going to mark off a light source. And this is my tension. This is my layer die. 5 on the tension, so we don't go down on that. A 1 on the layer die. So now this goes to a D10. I have it right. There was a D10 somewhere. Then I guess I will use this one. All right, so this is now the layer die. So now I don't have to worry about marking the sheet itself, which is helpful, but I have a spot on my game table to tell me what the tension is, what the layer dice is, my armor, and the enemy health when I need it, and then what it resets to and stuff like that. So that's cool. And so is there an encounter here? 12. I think a 10 plus in a room. Wow, my brain is on a fart. Okay, tension, layer check, -1 light source, encounter 10 plus is yes. All right, so time to roll on my handy dandy combat encounter. So I still use the book because I mark the book. I know, deal with it. So I mark the book with tiny little dots, just like that I've run into one, and then slashes off on the left here that I've defeated them. Now, ideally, I will encounter and defeat each one, but and so far this is my main playthrough of the game, so haven't had to deal with any issues with that. So let us roll a d6 and a d20. So 5 is on combat table B, and then 3. So we're going to fight a Nether Fiend. So I'm going to mark the Nether Fiend. In the book, it's on page 146, but I don't need the book. I just need my tables here, which is in my player reference book that only contains the rules of reference, but I had turned it into a booklet and I added the player aids into the booklet as well. So I'm going to have those out. The defense moves, the fumbles, the hit locations, and such like that. And now I'm going to find so we're going to fight. Combat is happening. And the Nether Fiend. So I'm going to write Nether Fiend. So let's find the Nether Fiend. LMN. Okay, L. Nether Fiend. There we go. Oh no. Nether Fiend. And I always write in a spare spot. I write defeat. And that I can write on the sheets themselves how many times I've defeated them. Nether Fiend. Standing barely a meter tall on cloven hooves, its sinewy obsidian black body seems to flicker with a sinister ethereal glow. Horns curve menacingly from its skull, and its eyes burn with crimson fire, reflecting its insatiable thirst for chaos and suffering. Sharp, jagged wings sprout from its back, carrying the creature effortlessly through the shadows, allowing it to strike swiftly and vanish into the darkness. Despite being considered only lesser demons, Nether Fiends are formidable opponents wielding infernal powers, capable of conjuring eldritch flames and weaving tendrils of corrupted magic to ensnare their prey. So they have a trait called Frightening, which is honestly, it's been annoying because my character's resolve is only a 22, so that's been a thing. And so I'm going to bring out the frightening little cheat sheet thing here, entangled, frightened. So I'm going to just have this in front of me because most likely I'm going to need it. Frightened. It looks like burning as well and entangled. So I'm going to bring entangled out and then find burning. I like to read through their actions and bring out anything that I might need. And my abilities don't add anything, so I don't need to do any of that either. Blinded, charmed, freezing, prone, poisoned. Of course, it's going to be the last one that I find, right? Paralyzed, burning, there we go. Okay, so we have these 3 abilities that we need to worry about. And let's get the enemy's dice, which are these darker ones. Okay. Their awareness is 40, and my stealth is 23 minus 15. The last time that I think I was on screen with y'all, I had better armor, but it got demolished. I didn't have time to repair it, so it was used up effectively and unable to be repaired. So I had to don my found armor, which was a full suit of, I believe this is hide scale. So it's a protection of 2 and integrity of a D8. So it's not bad, but it could be better. And so let's its combat skill is only 30, so it's not going to be too hit. And magic resistance for this guy is 60, which is a pain in the butt. So frightening trait only really applies at the beginning of your character's turn. As far as I can remember, that's how it works. Well, that's how I've been having it work for me. I'm actually going to move these like this, like that. There we go, that's better. Okay, and it has a health of 5. So let us get a different die and use this guy for the enemy health. Okay. I've been trying to be better about my drinking. I realize that sometimes the slurping can be a little annoying for some people, to say the least. Okay. I want to try to stealth just because we could, but I would have to roll an 8 or less because I have minus 15 on anything that's related to stealth right now because of my armor. So let's just roll a standard initiative check. I'm still going to, even though I could use my, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to use my dagger because I have it in my, right, that's new, I forgot. When I got the trader, I moved stuff around. I was able basically to buy the belt and my third pouch, so I have all of my stuff accessible, and I was able to move my belt lamp onto the belt. So I think we can dual wield, so I need to go through combat real quick. I know there's dual wielding rules. Let's see. Dual wielding, a character can dual wield 2 one-handed weapons to gain a free parry reaction per round and deal +2 damage, but their attack skill is reduced by minus 30. Ooh. So our attack is minus 30, so it'll be a minus 20 because of the attacking bonus. Plus, that's what the speed of the weapon is helping with, actually. So, when you are dual wielding, does both of the weapons count for the speed? I have a bastard sword as +5 and a dagger is +10. So would it a total be a +15 to my combat skill, since they're both bladed weapons? Or does it only apply while you're attacking? You can dual wield 2 hand to gain a free parry. Okay, so never mind. The way I'm reading that is that you are utilizing the weapon that you are attacking with, but you get a free parry with one of those, a free parry reaction per round, and deal 2 damage. I see. So the extra weapon is just extra damage, really, on top of that. Okay. Magical is crit plus d10 wounds recovered. First attack is plus 2d6 damage. You know what? Let's use my magical dagger, which I finally attuned to. So let's do that. I'm going to dual wield. So, well, first let's roll initiative. They got 33 on their combat, on their awareness of 40, and I got 3. Well, they critically succeeded on their awareness, so they go first. Wait, no, that's me. That's me. Okay, so 33 is me, so I succeed on my awareness, or on my perception, which I already crossed off for a crit. So when you critically succeed a perception check for an initiative, I don't think anything special happens, right? Because it's just to see who goes first. I'm going to reread. Of course, this is all kind of turns. Any check, if you roll doubles, yep. Okay, initiative. When you are face check, yep, a target's awareness, yep. Whoever, if either side rolls a critical failure, their opponent's attack as if they had surprised. Okay. And only if your opponent hasn't surprised you, that will always be, you can attempt to surprise them. Right, I'm not doing the surprise. If you win the check, the initiative is yours, and you get to make your first attack with plus 20. If you're caught unaware, your death will arrive sooner than you expect. You know, maybe I'm missing it here, but I critically succeeded on my perception check versus their awareness is standard. So I could treat that as if I win against surprise. So I sort of surprised the enemy on how quick my character was able to get into combat. So I could rule it that that I get that plus 20, but I am minus 30, so it's a minus 10, plus 10 for the bladed speed. So it's just a straight roll. So it's I need to roll a 70 or lower total because of all the modifiers on my first attack. So let us roll to see where I hit, and this is Nether Fiend is it's a winged biped, so a hit location is in its head. A winged biped hit is 16 to 20. I write it on the sheet, and the head is 16 to 20. So its only location for armor is its head. But even if I do hit the head, a critical hit doesn't do anything special because this current domain has tough, immune to critical hits. So that's annoying. So I can only ever hit normally. All right, so let's roll to see if and how I hit. All right, I rolled a 61, which is underneath 70, and I hit 7, which is the right wing, so not anything important. But the major thing is that the first attack with this magical dagger, I get plus 2d6 damage. So we're going to use a d6 plus two other d6s. So where is another d6? There we go. Okay. So we get this, and because I'm using the yep. All right, nothing else, so let's just roll. We don't have to worry about armor. So let's just roll to see how much. Oh my lord. A 6, 6, and a 5. So a 6, 6, and a 5, that's 2, 4, and 6. No way. Did I just one-shot this thing? I have not done that in forever. If you watched my last video, you know the last time I fought an enemy, it took, well, longer than the video, which was over an hour. Oh, wow. Okay, so this Nether Fiend... No, I can't have just completely demolished it. Oh, you know what? I did forget to roll its defense because I am hitting it with a physical attack. So it does get to try to succeed. The only way it will win is if it critically succeeds a combat skill of 30 or less. 22! Are you... Okay, all right. I shouldn't have said anything. Oh, damn the procedure. Damn the procedure. Oh, my lord. Okay, so it's this Nether Fiend definitely was able to critically remove itself from basically being slaughtered in one shot. Oh, I so want to. Oh, oh, that's so annoying. Oh, the likelihood of a 22 or something that a critical under a combat skill of 30. What is that? Oh, my lord. That sucked. Okay, well, our attack is done. That was what do you call anticlimactic. So let's see what it does now. I'm so frustrated. All right, 57 is higher than its combat skill, but it was going to do a physical attack. And if I'm still remembering it correctly, when you roll to see what it does, if it's a physical attack, and unless it says otherwise in the thing here, it makes a melee attack dealing. So it's a melee attack dealing D6 slashing, and it has more here for its infernal claw. But I'm deflecting it first. It fails on its success to hit, but I can still roll for a defense skill if I'm remembering that correctly. So I rolled 75, which for my bladed weapon, because I get a free parry. So plus 10 on that is 80. So minus, no, it was 75. I do not succeed because I need to roll a 70 or lower normally now. Okay, so I failed on that, but it also failed, so I don't get to do a defensive move. That's what that is. Okay, now it's the start of our turn, and I just remembered I forgot to make a resolve check because they are a frightening creature. Okay, well, the last turn didn't really matter too much. Re-rolled a 59, so we failed. So we are now frightened. So because it's not the start of our turn, we can't make a resolve check. So we have a minus 20. So we need to roll a 50 or lower for our bladed weapon skill. So let's do that. 50 or lower. 99. That's a critical. That's a fumble. So we fumble, and they roll a 6. They automatically succeed on a defensive move. So they get to do 8. You press your advantage, reducing your opponent's next defensive roll by 20. So they're going to remove my defensive roll by 20 next turn, which is awful because next turn it's going to be minus 40 because of the frightened. So I fumbled, though. So let's roll a fumble. Wow. Okay. Your attacks hit a random ally instead of the intended target. If there are no allies, you strike yourself. Lovely. Okay, I hit a random, so I do hit, so I need to roll damage. I roll a 5, so that's 2 damage to my armor, which is protection of 2, so that kind of sucks. I do need to see where I hit. If I roll a 19 or 20, that would suck. I rolled a 1. So it hits, I think, my legs. Yes, my legs, which has protection, which means I know I'll have to roll this die at the end of the combat. For most of my combats lately, I've been rolling fumbles and hitting myself. But it still counts as damage done. So I've done 2 damage to myself. So I'm going to mark a 2 here because I'm keeping track of slashing damage for a personal goal of mine. So I'm going to put a die there with 2. Okay. So that was everything that I did. And that was a fumble on my attack. Yep. And so that's my turn done. Now it goes. Now I get a minus 20 to my defensive roll. All right, it rolls a 3, which is good actually. It does a 6, which is a magical attack. Yikes. The Nether Fiend weaves tendrils of corrupted magic that ensnare a target. Athletics check or be entangled. Okay. So, athletics check or be entangled. Now, I have minus 20 right now, which brings my athletics to a minus 3. Plus, he gets a minus... I get a minus 20 on my defensive roll. Wait, do I roll magic resistance on this magical attack, then roll athletics? And I think unless it says otherwise, you roll your magic resistance. But if it says corrupting bind, magical, tendrils of corrupt magic that ensnare a target, who must succeed in athletics checks or be entangled. So I'm gonna roll magic resistance first to resist the magic. Well, no, you know what? That makes no sense. It's magical tendrils. So this game is wild. It still makes my head spin on like how many different ways that you can get, what do you call, read a situation. So yep, I'm going to read it as what I have been doing, which is athletics, which is minus 20, so I get a minus 3, so I can't even make this check because I'm frightened effectively. So now I'm frightened and entangled. So the only way that I can be... how do I get out of here? Because if I'm frightened, I guess my resolve is I can get a 2 because my resolve is 22. All right, so that's I can't even make a check. So now he's done with his turn. Now it's my turn. Now I have to make a resolve check. And because it's minus 20, my resolve is 22. The only way is to get a 1 or a 2. Wow. So I have a 2% chance of actually getting out of this now. Got to return resolve check. 27, so I fail. So I'm still frightened. And now I have minus 20 to all move actions and stuff. So that is attacking, that is running away. I have a free action for athletics, but I have a minus 40 to it. So I can't make that check. Now if I add and use my action to do the athletics check, it's a plus 20. But with the frightening, I'm at a minus 3 again. So I'm stuck. I'm literally stuck. I'm frightened and stuck. The only way that I'll be able to successfully do this is remove frightening by a 2% chance and then remove entangled with an action and rolling 17 or lower. That is just brutal. So I can't do anything. So yeah, I can't do anything else. So it's turn again, and it still has 5 health. This is funny. I fought this guy before, but I was able to resist. This combo right now is kind of brutal. 25. Jeez, it's still and it's rolling low. Last time it was rolling high, so it succeeds on its Eldritch Flames, which is another magical thing. Conjures Eldritch Flames that streak toward Okay, so this is just dealing damage. This one I might be able to on a hit. So magic resistance -40. Because, well, no, -20. Not because magic resistance, I'm not moving. So being entangled doesn't matter, but frightening does. So 56 -20 is 36. So I need 36 or lower. 77. Oh, my Lord. Oh, 77. Okay. Well, I fumbled on the defense. Let's see what happens. 4. A random item from your belt breaks. Well, see, that makes no sense. I think the fumbles are all related to attacking. What would happen on a fumble with a magic resistance? Or a critical failure? I mean, I'm going to, right now, just because I'm so screwed, but I'm going to mark magical resistance because it is a skill. I failed that. I critically failed that. So it's going to do D8 damage. Let's get this D8 damage. And now we have to roll a endurance check to receive the burning condition. It does 6, which is 2 points of, what do you call it? 2 points of fire damage. So I had 1 temporary toughness. So we go down to 27 toughness and endurance check. And again, endurance check is just because I'm frightened. -20 is I can't make the endurance check, so now I'm burning. Now I'm burning. What? Burning D8 fire damage per round. So I'm burning now. So is that? Yeah, I'm gonna say it's gonna roll a D8 now. 4. So 1 point of fire damage. Oof, this might be the death of me, man. 26. 26 toughness. Okay. Oh, my back. All right. What's next? Our turn. Start of our turn. Let's make a resolve check. Because it's just a 2%. Like, I can't. 2% is ridiculous. It's technically possible. And I have to take an action to not burn either. Man, this thing actually might kill me. I have not hit it once because I can't. 1! Oh, a 1! Oh, I'm no longer frightened. Oh, my Lord. Oh, no longer frightened. Okay, and now I get a free action to try to be untangled. So, no, I have to take an action to do it. You know what? Screw it. I'm going to do -20. Yeah, you know what? Because I'm not frightened, it's doable. I'm going to take that -20. So I'm going to try to hit with my bladed weapon. 7. That sucks. That sucks big time. Because they most likely will roll underneath the 30. They don't. They roll a 50. So they fail. Oh, I'm doing damage. Where do I hit? 9. Okay, that doesn't matter. It's anything but 16 to 20. Okay, I'm going to... Please roll a 6. A 2. Great. 1 damage. All right, so we do 1 point of damage. So we go down to 4. Yay! I hurt the enemy after, what, 10, 15 minutes of battle? Okay. I definitely realize casting or showcasing the game slows it way down. When it's just me, I'm like doing everything all at once so fast. Though, you know what I really should do? The Lone Adventure has a marker for turn, and I really should do that. Like enemy turn, start of turn, my turn, and, you know, that kind of... That's what I'll do. I think I'll do that. But I'm going to suffer some damage. I'm going to suffer D8. So D8, so it's a 1, so 0 points of damage. Whew, okay. So we do not suffer any more damage on that. Now it's back to the enemy's turn. They are attempting. They rolled a 90. Yes! And they were about to do a physical attack. So we do get a... We're going to attempt to roll under our bladed weapon skill, which is a 10, which succeeds. So even with all of our minuses, with minus 20 and stuff like that, let's roll on the defensive move table, which is a 7. You gain advantage on your next attack. All right, so we have advantage. Now it's our turn. All right, so first things first, let's make a... Oh, I hate this. A resolve check to stay not frightened. This is what I hate about frightened enemies, is that they stay like this. 33. What is going on? I fumbled, so I'm frightened. So again, I can't do anything. The only thing I can think of is minus 40 on my bladed skill. I'm going to switch to just using the dagger. And I'm going to roll. So I'm not doing minus 30 anymore. So the dagger adds a 10. So it's an 80 for bladed weapon. Minus 40 is 40. So I need a 40 or lower to hit. Come on. Okay. Okay, just... Oh, I fumbled again. What are the likelihoods of that? So, they're automatically going to succeed their defense roll, which their defense roll... Okay, they receive a plus 10. So their combat skill goes to a 40 plus their 10. So their combat skill is 50 or less on their next attack. I have to roll on the fumble table. A 6. You trip and fall, wasting your action. You are prone. Oh my lord. Yes, I have the prone condition somewhere. I'm also prone. My god. I am entangled. I'm frightened. I'm entangled. I'm prone. And I'm burning. Jeez. Oh my lord. Okay, this is ridiculous. And attacks at versus me are plus 30. So they have an 80 total to hit. Alright, they have an 80 total. I hope they roll a 99. 96! Yes! Yes! They fail. Oh, okay. So I'm entangled. I'm prone. I'm burning. I'm frightened. I think my character's gonna die. I mean, a slow death, but my character might die. Okay, what? So they were doing a magical attack, which failed, and I can't succeed on the athletics check because of all this stuff. So I can't even make a roll. But thankfully, they failed their attack. So now let's do first and foremost. Our first free action, start of turn. Let's resolve is my, or actually let's take burning damage first. 2, so 1 point of burning damage. So we are at 20. What is it? 25 now. And what's their magic resistance? It's 60 though. Ugh. Okay. And they've been rolling really low most of the time. All right. So now let's roll frightened. So we did the burning. Resolve. Oh, this is so annoying. 64. So I'm still frightened. I get a free athletics check, but I can't even make that because if I use an action to do that, it's plus 20. but it's a move action. So it's still a -3 on the athletics because of the frightened. This is a horrible combo for me. So I'm gonna take my action to douse myself. I'd rather not take continual burning damage. Yeah, I'm just gonna pat my character dry or down. So that sucks. Now it's combat. 81. Okay, 81. So they were going to do a magical attack. I can't do anything, but they failed anyway. Start of my turn. Let's see if I can get a 2 or 1. 59, I fail. And I'm going to take an action to stand. So I'm no longer prone. All right, their turn again. They roll a 3. That sucks. And 6, which is magical. I'm already entangled. So, doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm already entangled. So, would I make another athletics check? And would that remove this check? But I can't anyway because it's -20. So it doesn't matter. I'm still entangled. It doesn't matter. Our turn. I'm going to try to do a -20 to the resolve. 50, fail. My athletics is so low. You know what? As my action, I'm just gonna burn 4 ether. So go down to 14. If you were wondering why I had 18 out of 16 aether, it's because I found an aether pool thing that gave my character temporary aether. So I'm just going to roll a d6 and a d4. And that's how much infernal damage. It's not a roll. It's just magic. So, but their magic resistance is 60. Ooh, a 6 and a 4. Literally the best. That's 3 points of damage if they roll higher than a 60. Come on. 49. Dang it. Well, they succeed. Oh, that's so annoying. Okay, well, I guess this is what we're going to be trying, I guess. Now it's their turn. 98. They fail. Okay, good. Let's just do it again. 5 and 4. Again, that's 3 points of damage. If they... oops, let me remove my aether first before I forget. Down to 10. 10 aether. I know the time. This is just going to be a long one. This is going to be another movie. Let's roll their resistance. 60 is exactly what they need. Ugh! Okay. Well, that's annoying. Okay. I swear, by all accounts, the way I've been playing, at least in public, I shouldn't have been able to succeed. But I swear, I'm not saying anything. I'm not going to incur the wrath of the fates, if you will. All right. They succeed in... they're just going to burn through all my aether. This sucks. 81. They fail again. Yes. All right. Let's do it again. From 10 to 6. 6. So I can do this one more time after this. We're sending 3 and a 4. Okay, so that's 2 points of damage. I just need them to roll a 61 or higher. 13. God. It's like the most annoying. Oh, I forgot to do a frightening check on this one. 28. Nope. So I can't make any rolls on that. Let's just see what they do. 91. Okay, so they're not hitting me, and they keep resisting my magic. All right, so this is the last hurrah. This is the last magic because I only will have 2 Aether left, and none of my abilities can do this. All right, so come on. 6. Oh, I just need 2 5 or a 4 and a 6. A 1 and a 6. Great. Well, 1 does nothing. 6 does 2. All right, 2 points of damage if they fail. 61 or higher. 61 or higher. 57, so they succeed. All right, well, I'm completely tapped out on being able to use my magic now. And, oh, I forgot to do the frightening. Failed anyway. Their turn. Why is this slow? Why are my on, you know, for up here? Why is all this so difficult? Why is it being so annoying? All right, 56. They fail their combat skill. And it's my turn. Why is this being such a pain in the butt? Being frightened and entangled is such a pain in the butt. They got so lucky. That's so annoying. I think I forgot about my armor. Because I know I took damage from them. But I'm not too worried about it. I'm just more worried that I can't even hit him. All right, let's go back on beginning of a turn. Am I frightened? 67. Of course I am. So, what the hell? Okay. So, roleplay-wise, listen up, folks. Combat is going back and forth, back and forth. Reminds me of a certain session I had last time. And this is becoming a little too samey. So, I don't want to move forward because I, as the player, want to finish this fight. But I'm going to wrap it up because what's more exciting than dice rolling over and over and over and over again with no change? Not a lot. So I will just, again, have to cut it off. I was really hoping to go through as many rooms as I was in previous offline sessions. I guess the fates have a different idea on how I'm going to present this game. Well, I guess I will say this. The game pulls no punches when it wants to. Lately, I thought it was giving me a run for its money, and I was just kicking some butt. Yeah. I guess that is all I have for today, folks. And until next time, I'll see you on the flip side. Peace.